Hello and welcome to A Time to Think, Volume 02.01, Update 1. I wanted to update 02.01. I didn't feel as if I stated things as clearly or as directly or as succinctly or as well as maybe I could with a little more thought and a little more contemplation and a little more in the volume I talk about how you can't really prove the existence of God, but you can't prove that he doesn't exist either. Now, the important thing here is that not being able to prove that God exists is not proof that he doesn't. Some people are like, well, you can't prove that God exists, so he must not. Well, no, I mean, there's a lot of things you can't prove that they exist, you know. Not being able to say, you know, to prove that God does not exist is not, of course, proof that he does. But God exists outside of the realm of the physical. God is not physical the way we are physical, you know, with a beginning and an existence and an ending. God exists outside of time. He doesn't exist in a physical form. He did when he, you know, when Jesus was on the earth. Jesus was both man and God, and he existed in a physical form on the planet Earth at, you know, 2,000 or so years ago. The key thing is that if he exists outside of the physical, you know, you're not going to bring up an image on the, you know, from the Hubble telescope and see God peeking out from behind a nebula, you know, waving. But to me, if you look at the images that the Hubble Space Telescope has captured through the years, to me, if you just look at those and look at the perfection of the universe, the vastness, to me that screams the existence of God. You don't have to see his face to know he's there, to know he exists. I've said it better, but I've had camera issues and I keep messing up and extraordinarily frustrated at the moment, but God exists outside of the physical, so you're not going to have direct evidence. You have to find the existence of God through faith, which to me is one of the absolute most beautiful passages in the New Testament. I'm sort of paraphrasing, but it basically says faith is the essence of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And to me, that is just absolutely one of the most beautiful things. To me, it's almost as if I believed in God without any direct evidence, without proof, because I could feel his presence somehow. And then through the years, faith has proven over and over to me that God does exist, that he does exist. To me, it's sad if you can only believe in things that you can physically touch or, you know, feel. That you have to see it, touch it, you know, in order to know that it's real. There are things that are real that are well outside of our visual, our, senses. And God most certainly is one of those. But anyway, I've probably rambled enough. The camera's probably going to die here in a second, and I'll be throwing it out in the grass. Anyway, I think the thing that bothers me so much is that so many people will say, oh, okay, well that person believes in God. They must be, ignorant on some level. They're stupid. They don't believe that, or they believe in God. They must be stupid. And then just dismiss anything and everything that the person has to say. Oh, well, yeah, you're stupid. I don't want to hear anything you've got to say. If you have nothing better to do, watch some of the videos I've recorded. I'm not going to say I'm the smartest person ever lived. I certainly don't believe I'm the dumbest, but maybe I'm closer to that end of the spectrum than the other. But either way, the long and short of it is that, I may make mistakes. I may say the wrong thing, and I may be completely and totally confused on a few topics. That I could almost assure you or guarantee is the case. But just listen to what I have to say, and then really think about it. Do I really come off as a crazed psychopath, a nut, idiot, stupid? Yeah, well, maybe I do sometimes, but anyway, I don't think that's all that I am. But if you just immediately go from, oh, that person believes in God, therefore they're an idiot, then you're going to dismiss anything and everything they have to say without ever giving it any consideration. And I think it's incredibly important that you give this consideration. If God is real and God is perfect, and the only way we can ever be in His presence is by accepting Jesus as our Savior, the only way to know eternal love and happiness, joy, as opposed to pain, misery, never knowing love, never knowing happiness, never knowing joy. I think it's extremely important to think about it. So just give it some thought. That's all I'm asking. That's why I titled the video series A Time to Think. Give it some thought. Okay? And have a good day. Smile. Go hug somebody. Or, wave friendly. Be friendly. Might not want to just run up to somebody and hug them. But anyway, it is what it is. All right. Have a good day.